So hello and welcome to Active Ideas. This is an unboxing of the Polar Vantage M3. Let's get it going. The Spyderco knife is out. We're ripping through the packaging. And here we go. So this is the competitor, I think, to the two watches I have on my wrist. I have the Garmin Fenix 8 and also the Sunto Race S titanium version. And here we've got the Polar Vantage M3. So on the back here, we've got that it's got a 1.28 inch AMOLED touchscreen. We've got the compact sporty design, dual frequency GPS mode, which means hopefully this is going to get super accurate GPS. We've also got that it's powered by the XLR biosensing. And to be fair, I've always seen pretty good heart rate with the Polar. So I'm going to test this compared to the Garmin Fenix 8 and the Sunto. And lastly, we've got the outdoor training metrics. So that's the VAM and the vertical speed. So I was up in the mountains last week doing some crazy mountain ascents with Erin, had a really good time, and having vertical speed is so important because what's the point of your pace saying that you're super slow if you are hiking up like a 25% hill? Anyway, let's get this bad boy open. So just pitting off these circles, they're super sticky and horrible. Flipping it around and we're going to slide it out. What we've got here, we've got the Polar documentation. I'm just going to pull that out and hopefully reveal the beautiful Vantage M3. And I love that they're showing the maps here to show off that this is built for the mountains, built for the cities, and navigation's hopefully going to be really cool on this. We've got extra straps with Polar, which is really cool, that they include the small and the large kind of straps for different wrist sizes. Not a lot of companies do that actually. Just going to pull this out of the packaging. Woo! Okay, so we've unboxed it and we've just selected the language. You get the option here of how you're going to set up your watch. You get the option to do it on your phone, on your computer, or on your watch. Our unit system, 24 hours for the time. Weight, I train 5 to 8 hours a week. Heavy. I do like that Polar ask you how much you train a week. I think that's really cool that they use this to program the algorithms, and maybe that helps with their fitness age and their VO2 max and getting your estimated zones a bit more accurate than other watches. I will use it on my left hand, probably. You prefer sleep time, 8 hours. And we're in the watch, look at this. Yeah, this is super lightweight, and as I said, I'm going to be comparing it to the Sunto Race S. Really have been enjoying this watch, and also the Fenix 8 by Garmin. So they're all about the same size, to be honest, and this is definitely a competitor, especially for the price, and we'll see how it handles being chucked up against some of the best watches in the world. This has been a pleasure to unbox, and I'm really excited to really test this out in the mountain, see how it handles, being trained with quite heavily. I've been really pushing the Sunto Race S to its max, and also the Garmin Fenix 8 to its max. If you fancy those videos, check out the channel. In the unboxing as well, they do include extra strap lengths, so I think it's great that they give you options for small wrist sizes and big wrist sizes. The charging is actually USB-C, so fair play, Polar are finally in 2024. I do like how magnetic and how strong the chargers are on the Polar system, so I think that's great. In the documents, there's nothing too exciting really. You've got your quick start guide, which is this thing here, and then you've got some health and safety as well. It's looking really promising. I can't wait to take this out on the trails, but there are some issues straight off the bat I've noticed compared to the Sunto Race specifically. The differences in brightness are actually quite obvious, and I also found this to be less bright than the Garmin Fenix 8. So yeah, that's it on high brightness, burning the most amount of battery, and still just not quite bright enough for me. There's also a battery life thing that really annoys me. It was on the Ignite 3, it was on the X2 Pro, and now it's on this brand new Vantage M3, and it's that as soon as you unlock the screen and it goes to the homepage, it shoots down a notification and goes, by the way, I have 90% battery life, and you're like, by the way, I don't care, get away from me. And it blocks some of the watch face, you can't get rid of it, so it'd be nice if you had an option to like turn that off. I don't need to know every time I use the watch what my battery percentage is, especially if it's like obstructing some of my watch face. So it's so absolutely annoying, and I hope they get rid of that soon. And also the strap as well is a little bit hard to do one-handed because it's really secure, which is great. If you do lots of swimming, this is going to be perfect. And again, it is a multi-sport watch made for people who might be into triathlon, running, cycling and swimming with a wetsuit on. You have these little grips in the rubber seals here, so when you push the band through, it can like get stuck on those grips, and it's actually so hard to get this strap through. Like I'm generally trying my best right now. And we're in. And once you're in, you're super secure. But yeah, when I'm comparing that to the Fenix, look how quickly I've just got that off of my wrist, like really quick with one hand. And to put it on as well, I just pull the strap through, literally put the buckle in and then feed it through, and it takes like 2 seconds. But yeah, then you're done. Whereas this, I'm like faffing around, trying to get the double peg out. It's got 2 little like snake fangs on it. Yeah, a little bit slower to get the watch on. Probably the easiest watch to put on is the Sunto Race. Let's try it a little bit higher up. You just kind of feed it through the buckle. You'll put the tooth through one of the holes and then just clip it in to one of the holes as well, and then you're kind of done. So this is a little bit slow. So here's the battery thing a little bit clearer, and whilst I do have some concerns, obviously I do think this is a great watch. It doesn't have the palm shut off as well that you see in the Garmin's. Yeah, I've used this for some activity tracking today. As you can see, I've been super productive, and you can dive into like your resting heart rate, your max heart rate throughout the day, your calories burned, and I've really liked Polar as a fitness tracker. They have so much data. Another issue as well, another concern, is you can't actually use the touchscreen. So I'm trying to get out of this mode and I can't. I have to actually press the back button, and there are lots of buttons on this thing, so it's really easy to lose. I mean, I'm a tech reviewer, to lose what you're doing on the watch and forget how to use it all, because there's just so many buttons, and you can't use just the buttons and just the touchscreen. You have to kind of like use buttons and touchscreen together, so you don't have the option to do one or the other. Got the nightly recharge, so last night I slept with it on. Let's have a look. So I've got 11 hours sleep, which is completely wrong. I think I slept for 4 hours. Yeah, continuity, I think that's really good. And the sleep tracking, to be fair, on Polar is quite good, and you can rate your sleep. I rated it as okay because I only slept for 4 hours. I'm not sure if you can edit the 11 hours and 7 minutes. I've only been using this for a day, so I really do like the nightly temperature. The fact this has a temperature sensor on it for this price is absolutely fantastic, and I think that's what this watch embodies, is that it has so much value, and the Fit Spark features that you get on this watch are absolutely fantastic. The fact that it's telling me, oh, you should probably do some cardio today. Forget strength training, forget supportive kind of health training. Today, get off your ass and go and do some cardio. And you can click on here and go, look, you should probably do at least 43 minutes of cardio. Click here for the full workout, and you can check out the full workout with all your different zones and phases and set drink reminders. It's all really good. And if you go, do you know what? I don't care, bruv. I want to do a circuit workout or a bodyweight workout. You can choose those options as well. You don't have to just do the cardio. It's also giving me strength training options in case I don't feel that. And then you swipe through to your navigation, and this is where I've already been having some issues. I've been doing some testing for the video, and obviously with the navigation, it's just been a bit slow to get my GPS acquisition. And then once you kind of get the GPS acquisition, you can see here the altitude's not showing anything, so that's a bit annoying. On Garmin and Sunto, it will show you your altitude instantly. I've had to calibrate my compass quite a few times, and it takes an absolute lifetime to do. So as you can see here, the compass isn't even working, and I've already recalibrated this twice today, which is a bit annoying. And you have to do it like left, right, backwards, forwards, flip it upside down, twist it around, and you're doing this for about 5 minutes, and it asks you to do that multiple times a day. So if you're someone who likes navigation, yeah, altitude isn't working for me right now. GPS takes ages to load, and the calibration on the compass is just 2-3 times a day at least. But yeah, the maps are really cool, and I did like that I didn't actually have to download the maps. The European maps and North American maps are already on here, and you're going to get 32 gigabytes roughly of storage to put even more maps on here, so that's really good. The app though is absolutely terrible, so I don't really understand how I can put more maps on here. Let's click the search function. But as you see here, as I swipe through the maps of my local town, city, whatever you want to call it, look at the refresh rate on here. And to be fair, if you've watched my latest video on the Garmin navigation, this blows Garmin, the £1,000 Fenix 8 Garmin out of the water. Look how quick this is refreshing. I believe you can click this again, and you can look at your location, which will give you coordinates, so you can recenter. You can calibrate your compass. I'm not going to do that for the 4th time. That can shove one. And you can also zoom in and out. So just look at this refresh rate, and it does have the basics here. So it's showing me Mildenhall Town. I just think the maps are actually quite excellent. Let's zoom into Newmarket. So that's near Cambridge. So if I do that and zoom in, and again, if you think this is slow, you should check out the Garmin Fenix 8, because this is lightning quick. I'm really impressed with how quick the map scrolls and loads and refreshes. It's unbelievable. And you're at least getting the names of the towns on this as well. You're not getting all the street names, but I think this is good enough if you've got a GPX file. You can't double tap, and there's no the touchscreen and button integration I'm not really enjoying, but we will continue to test this and see what happens. Scrolling through again, you've got the dusk and dawn features, and you can see when the sun's going to set and rise and all of that good stuff. The length of the day, so you know how many hours of sunlight you're going to get. I actually think that's really cool. You've got the temperature, and I think again the temperature temperature on here is great, that you're getting wind speeds, you're getting a full kind of hourly forecast with those wind speeds throughout the week kind of. You can swipe through again and you've got music controls. Chorus doesn't even do this. They've just brought out the brand new Chorus Pace Pro. It doesn't have music controls. This is a fantastic feature which is on Suunto, it's on Garmin. Chorus don't have it. For this price range, this is a basic feature, and the buttons and touchscreen on here are fantastic. And then back to the watch face, and I've customized this to make it my own. I've actually been using this watch, so I've made the home face something I like. I've added the calories, I'm quite interested in that, and the heart rate. I've got the date, and then I like this second analog timer as well as the digital timer here. So I really think this watch face is quite cool, and you can kind of, I don't know, press back, swipe through all of your settings, fueling, timers. Tests are quite interesting. You can do like your strength tests, and settings is where you can kind of change your watch face and customize the watch. The customization though, again, another issue. So we've got this watch face, this one, and that's it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 watch faces. That is absolutely terrible. In the days of customization from Suunto, from Garmin, and Chorus have a fantastic watch face market, this is just basic now. So I think Polar have got a lot of growth to do. This watch, this hardware is fantastic, and what is holding this back, unfortunately, is the highly limited software. So I think if you're a Polar fan, you're going to love this. The accuracy on Polar has always been fantastic for me. I'll dive into that heart rate data soon. There's just so many software limitations and annoyances with this at the minute, but stay tuned for a full review. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions of how this Polar compares to the brand new Chorus Pace Pro AMOLED screen, and also the Suunto Race S, and also the Fenix 8, leave a comment down below and I'll be sure to answer them nice and quickly. Peace out.